for Built by Gamers on defense to start things off. We do have a weapon that could play in your face on defense, and that's Coach with the Frenzy. But for Rise, a slow default. We have a turret to look up towards Catwalk, but then potentially a mid-side take. Shanks crossing over. A flash. And a fake onto the Nebula as he swings out for the first blood. A KO knife, a trade to come out right away, but Boy is able to hold down just for a bit. Wow. It's a 3 versus 3.
That was an incredibly necessary 2 trade from Boy there, because the wall just went down and everything flooded into tree. That was amazing. Stuff you got to do to just set the other team off their pace. And we saw it right now. Underneath, though, is going to be a tough one. You do have your third in A main, and Derek.
Trying to play the bait and switch towards Hell. Fragment to come out. Nice little Nebula in there to just try to sell a fake here with Superman trying to swing out. But they know now that there's 2 playing towards Hell and the crossfire works, it's going to be a 1v2. While Bjor is going for a spray through the Nebula, and we're just jumping with the right clicks. He stays alive for the longest time, and it's up to Derek. A long-range right click. 11 HP remaining for Bjor. And he's just dancing around. It's not going to happen. Derek is playing with his dinner. Another headshot to be able to get those kills and give the chances for BBG to try to win that 1v1.
Absolutely. A lot of little things happened in that first round that were funny to watch, and almost a bit of a throw there as well, because there was definitely enough time if he got taken out. Derek playing with his food, like you said, and building some confidence, trying to get into the mantle of BBG here, and it's going to be a fast one onto B, as they are already onto lane and jumping into sight.
Oh yeah, and one playing towards the back of the site. It's a shorty. It's Bjor, and he does not get anything out of that, but already swarming inside this B site from the spawn side rotate are the rest of BBG. Moving up on sidewalk. Spike is now planted. Enemy now spotted, and low on HP is Poised, but just under the sidewalk. Lots of utility towards B main, and you're going to try to hunt him down. That's 1, that's 2, and that's a trade-off from Will. They're going to be able to pick up this Spectre at least, and maybe try to do more damage on the exit kills in the end. So hoping for all these 4 weapons to just die off with the spike as they're containing Rise inside B. Not for long.
Here comes the spamming.
0 point, that spots both of them.
1-7 on Built by Gamers, obviously right there, all the util. We'll see if they can put up some defense on this one, being the bonus round here for Rise.
Double shock dart, but it didn't work. That alarm bot was still a little bit deeper, but also the alarm bot being deeper allows the attackers to creep up a little bit more. And that's not going to give a tell here for Rise. So if they try to go for some sort of fake on catwalk to mid, then they're also going to get spotted here by the alarm bot. Yeah, nice 0 point. We're looking for potentially a 3-2 split on A to start for Rise.
Spammy is coming through.
Nice
Quick turn!
Flash.
Oh boy! Oh my God!
Of when 100 Thieves, Head Boy actually come in and sub and take the and try to fill his shoes on Nitro. He was going to get a lot of flack if 100 Thieves weren't able to qualify to champions or whatnot. And it's like, is he the problem or not? And look at that. He's been playing lights out for BBG so far to allow them to qualify up to this point against Rise, and now to bring the momentum forward. And with that momentum, to get the first blood in this round, make that the second. A forced buy, should I say a full buy for Rise into this gun round here, and it's just going to be Bang going for a triple. It's his turn to look for an ace, but we saw the cross over towards B main. Bjor is trying to get the wall bang onto Superman. A recon dart on the ground, and that are very deadly on defense. I'm thinking about the Poach, the Aleko, the Derricks, when Rise are going to take the defender. Sidon to start things off, a nice little dash away, trying to get some information. Half by Eco, should I say, for Rise, as the only half shares to work with. And it's going to get funneled and stopped so far on this push, with the exception of 2 kills for Rise. Make that even 3. That allows the Blade Storm. It's a 3v2. Owl drone to spot an opponent, and they spot Bjor up on tree.
You're going to see the drone, too. They're going to know 2 are here almost immediately. We can identify the third pretty fast.
Trying to close that door. All right. Well, with those sprays, we know exactly where those 2 players are at.
Yep.
Shanks, I like it. He's playing it passive. He heard the the turret come out from Bjor, and he just wants to play the close range corner right click if he can. Bjor gets the first kill onto Superman, and unfortunately the right click doesn't work. He stays alive for a bit. They're all dancing around. And that is going to be
right. You don't just have to squeak in and get to your left and play around the Jenny. Go cat and mouse.
Thankfully, with this fight plant, we have a gun round for Rise, but already one gun down and an important agent to fall, and that's Rise with no more smokes.
That's a huge one. You don't have the Viper this time either. It's not something you can just flex into a wall protocol. So they find the Opera once again. Will's trying to hit something. Shanks will be like, okay, that's a weapon that I want. I will challenge. So Shanks is going to go one-man army here as 3 go towards long. We'll see if the timing on this long A main hit is actually going to be enough for Shanks to throw Opera Will for a loop.
And it's just so much utility right now. We want Derek to maybe throw a shot dart into the main side, and oh my god, we are throwing spaghettis. He does get the headshot onto Boy, goes out with the classic. 2 enemies now spotted towards tree, but there's still, again, utility towards A main that doesn't allow him to get in. No smokes coming out towards heaven. It's a lot easier for Build by Gamers to hold their grounds on the A site, leaving
an area for spawn or for defenders. But that's what it's going to take from these teams. You're either going to die to that or you're going to outplay it, because I think they're going to keep trying to pull out all the stops. Here, again, you get one out of the Odin.
Definitely Shanks dies to that. Good denial to start things off. Nano Swarm does not work. Boy just follows the trajectory of where that Nano Swarm came from, and Odin too strong. 2 players to fall. 1 more to go. It's Superman. So the first one to die and the last one now.
Burn fire, and we only have 1 Vandal actually in this game. 2, sorry. Poise now.
There we go. A bit of utility to start things off to try to push Will out of position. It starts with a turret and a recon dart. But we're trying to take mid control.
Yeah.
Once again for Rise, but really not pushing inside Pizza. We're going back into the whole thing of, hey, let's work towards tree. Let's go for a 3-2.
You want to fight it? Take flight.
Oh, Trippy Shock. No commands off. They are just rolling through this one. It actually worked out quite well for them another time around. Let's see if they can get the control into A with Cosmic Divide up.
That's very big, because that also allows none of that utility from Killjoy from being popped, but we're not really moving inside that site yet. We have to try to time it out to get this plant before this wolf dissipates. And it disappears now. Thankfully, Boy is able to stay alive, has a lockdown to work with on top of that. The timing was a little bit off there for Rise, I must admit, but it's still a 5-on-5.
Alt retake. We see the Killjoys coming into play now. Killjoy ult on both sides. Here we go, Vans. Dueling lockdowns.
Venn diagram on top of that. We have the other Cosmic Divide, this time on the defense side. And we're trying to get this defused. It's working so far. Wow. Shanks finally gets the spray. Yes, it is halfway. We're closing it right now. A flash out towards the back of the site. A flank from heaven. And Bang still gets the kill. An off shot missed by Will, and only 1 to go. A 4 versus
another round back there.
A lot was utilized on both ends as well in terms of ultimates, only leaving a Blade Storm available for Shanks in this round, but not needed yet. Rifle round in for Team Rise. As you hear the op one more time for Will. And identifying that, the repeat comes out, and oh my god, Will's feeling it. I'm loving this so far, because when Will's warming up like this, we're going to have a good series.
Yep, and Shanks is bold enough to sit out behind the fountain of the well in mid, too. He's just like, you won't see me. I blend in. Just misses.
I see white hair.
Misses the ponytail. Oh, my word.
And there you go.
And there it is. Shot to the hip. Will does come up. A little jet diffy there to start this one as Boy answers onto Poised as well.
So we tried to challenge it for a second time, but Shanks gets punished for that. Big fragment. Derek gets a kill. Shock dart towards that tree side. A push again from Neptune. The Will still ops up from heaven. Blade Storm out. Misses a couple of shots. Derek still stays alive out of that one. 2v2. A flank out with the Odin. Shock darts out towards default. And it's going to be Derek. Another situation where he has to try to clutch. Doesn't know where the second player is at. It's just going to be some suppressing fire.
It does not. Just that image of Sova with an Odin is ingrained in my brain. It's terrifying now. So we're switching it up. KJ goes, and mostly has been just sitting on B for the side of BBG. 6 rounds to Rise's 3 here. And it's not going to be that too much of the taking space game, but they are tempted to figure out what's going on each round and playing it in a safe way. So still a bit of that I'm happy about, that teams aren't just letting each other get up, move in, take a site off of util. You got to figure out what the team's doing beforehand. Give yourself a chance.
They figured out for Rise this aggressive push at the beginning of the round. It was nice by Will and by Poach, sorry. As you waited out the turret, you know the distance of where that turret's going to be deployed. The wallbang comes in from the Odin from Poach up on Catwalk. And if somebody was trying to dance out towards B-Link, boom, up by Will, but that doesn't happen. We tucked in a little bit more here for Poised. As it's a default that slows down once again for Rise. A little bit of map control coming in, though, as Will is posted up towards Long B. And he gets dinked. Survives. That is so lucky. He's going to be able to get a heal back from Bang if needed be, but it's split across the map. Maybe no time. Updraft from Rise. Shanks as he gets the kill onto Boy. Back towards Generator, but they haven't cleared it. You still have a great position in the back here. Finally, the right click onto Bjor, picks up the Phantom, continues to push through. He's about to come up against an Odin.
Everybody leaves switch spot real quick after hearing that one go off. He's going to get a reload. Bang comes up with a nice frag to freshen this retake up 4v3. 3v3, sorry.
Early flank from Poise. He wants to show his hand. Just around the corner, the first headshot, but wants to put the turret right after. That's going to spot the close range shorty as Will jumps around. 2v2. Derek and Shanks challenging towards Generator, and he does get the kill onto Will, as Will was so focused on the one that was pinged by the recon dart. Poach looking.
It seems throughout the entire round from everybody on Rise.
Poach trying to do a little bit of chip damage at the beginning of this round. Shock dart early in case we do try to go for an aggressive peek towards A main, especially when that star came out towards the entrance of the A site. We're still at a stalemate at the beginning of this of these seconds of the round.
We haven't had too much of that mid play yet. It has just been A and B from what we've seen. Really, mid's just been kind of util heaven as everybody tries to fake each other out. Instant null command solo, but the Spike's gonna head in on this.
Poach is going to work.
On the other side of the smoke.
Goes through the
oh
smoke
my gosh,
for
Poach.
another kill there. So it's pretty much a triple kill because Neptune's in his ult. What a round here, and what a hold by Poach. And now the last two guys with the spike down on A site are trying to work for mid control. Still, there's 45 seconds left on the clock, but Derek's solo on HP. He's looking to make a move. They spotted the operator now towards that mid side. Superman is able to catch Poach off guard, but Superman's on his own. He's clutched before, but it was a long time ago. Remember these games on Vine, on left. Split. Can he do it now on Ascent?
I think I remember one of his recents too, being on lane on Split. He did something pretty fancy. See if he can take it back to the lane, even though Spike today, 18 seconds. Oh, just the sound of being able to hear a little bit of Astral. See
so scared.
KJ Util go down in B main. That's going to be a hard beat mid.
Aldrone to post Will outside towards B main. It will be spotted by a turret. It misses, though, and the recon dart continues to ping him, but he does have support from the Odin still. So that should be coming out with the spray quite soon. Meanwhile, though, the alarm bot is up towards mid side. We're trying to break it, and Bjor plays the off angle, but the swing is good for the trade. Here is the flash. Does not affect Poach, so an easy kill with the Odin. Last players are trying to swing out through the B main side, and a couple of pings are coming out. He almost got another wall bang. Derek down to almost no HP, picks up the orb for the Hunter's Fury, and we're resetting here.
Once you hear the Odin, it instills fear. Ooh, just a little late on the flick. Nice double peek there coming in for Superman to get himself in a good position. Oh my word! That was a Phantom too that he was getting hit by, so he just kind of took it out of the right there and shot.
Will now to 17 HP, but it's 4v2, low HP on Derek. You have to try to commit now into this B site. Flash coming out to look for information towards mid side.
Ahead.
And there you go. There's that call. One gets pinged. It's poised. The rotates slowly coming out. There's 15 seconds left. You got to go for this one on a rotate. There you go.
Turret almost blocking them in.
We're just spraying. Yep, that's it.
One through the defenses of Rise, and not really even setting their own pace of the game. Just out fragging, out playing. The util has been fantastic, and the flicks have been immaculate that we've seen. Here we are starting the pistol round off, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a mid touch.
That was a Gravity Well, Nova Pulse, Nebula, and a trade coming through, but it's still going to be the right clicks this time. Coming into fruition for Rise, leaving only one to go. It's Boy.
All right, Boy, let's see it again.
Yeah, man.
That
Start spraying
was
with the classics.
Blocking
that was
vision.
clean. Right click and a little classic with cheese there from the mid side of Rise. They're able to smatter that onto the side of BBG. And boy, now has a very tall task ahead of him. And he's even getting the double stacks too, the old TAC FPS treatment of good luck trying to collat this or trade the shot.
Boy's just trying
What
to
does that
punish
strike?
somebody here.
Hey, $300 for everybody? Let's go.
And it's okay for
Take that.
Rise. They're comfortable with that.
Yeah, they're comfortable with it.
Give him 300 credits. We want the round and get the bonus into the next. Nanoswarm to keep Boy at bay in the back garage. Closing in now on a 2-2 split back into the site. It'll be very difficult for Boy.
Yeah.
As well on the attacker side.
Boy actually went deeper into that money. I don't think that down with util under 2 is not going to really give you enough to buy. So he'll definitely go soft for another round on that. Maybe he'll just go Spectre and be okay with it covering his util. Rise now setting up just across the map, leaving Shanks to be the lean, the rotation, because he's eventually going to have the operator, Marshall, at this point. And we see a change up in how the KJ's played from side to side. A lot of B focus coming in when BBG was on defense, and Rise is going to focus that on A. I actually think I like A almost a little bit more with how it can identify tree, identify a few more things, and gives such a weird angle for your opponents to look at when they're taking site.
There's just so much utility to hold the A site as well for how Poise is set up. And Shanks is going to be the first contact. So he does have this Marshall looking back towards tree.
Yeah.
Nice flash off the Nebula so that he can try to take control for BBG. Shanks forced to fall back to play towards Garden. But he might be able to line a couple of them because that turret was a little bit late. And he gets a nice kill
Down
with
A.
that Marshall dashing
One
away.
enemy remaining.
Yeah, one kill is good enough.
30.
And it's set up for Poise to try to do as much chip damage as he can. Turret, Nanoswarm in the front to support Derek so he could play with his Spectre in the back of B site. Meanwhile, you're using the Alarm Bot and Nanoswarm on Pizza if you can. So you're looking for this double bounce from Poach if you want to clear out the utility on mid site to get that information.
Neptune just 0-pointed all the way over at A from B. So I think they think KO is at A.
Somehow Derek gets a shock dart kill onto Bjor at the entrance of B site. But we have Will. He's able to sweep through rather, but he's going to get spotted here by the Al Drone Recon Dart 2 on top of that. And yeah, we're falling back right now for BBG, and we're going to try to rotate back towards the A site.
A little bit of pressure there. What a cheeky lineup dart. Landed right on A main. Actually caught Boy when they were moving forward towards A. So it's like, oh, KO hit us, right? And it's not really identifiable that that dart came flying over your head right at the last moment because it lands so high. So 100 Thieves are going to re-hit here, Vans. They've cut audio across the map. They are going to have Will going up
30
towards
seconds left.
that catwalk, even with numbers low in the 4v5.
Excuse me, Derek already just used a Recon Dart now, so it was an Al Drone ping that he got and information on B main. But now, with a couple of members of BBG spotted towards this A-man site, we're trying to hold it down. 13 seconds left. The rotation's already coming through. Inside that smoke, though, it's going to be BBG across the board. Lights up the scoreboard red. Where Derek now is going to be on his own. Great positioning, at least to play these off angles, but even better on BBG's reaction time. Derek, at this point, just hoping to do some econ damage as he's moving up here towards heaven. He's about to get stopped quite soon. A great crossfire setup.
Some of these rounds by BBG have me holding my breath.
On this round here, and of course, Rise off that bonus will be able to afford an operator into this round. Rifles coming in, an important one for Rise to try to win.
How much more of a push out is that? Everything just out of range as well as Bjor. We've seen Shanks try to hold this angle before. He's going to stay up a little bit closer. B looks to be the love of BBG here. I'm sorry, mid to B. They love opening up the map and splitting what they can, giving a little bit more trouble. That's unexpected for Rise. They lose their opera in B main.
Unexpected for even Shanks for the way he's played on Breeze, but at least Neptune's coming out. And that was a double swing outside the smoke. And they regain control of B side. They could reassess. Al Drone coming out on mid side, though, for BBG to try to clear out market. This could be a late hit A to mid side if they want to, because they have a lot of time to work with for BBG still.
Yeah, you see Neptune trying to cover that back hall right now. Everybody at A main from the side of Rise is saying they can walk through tree. They could have gone through mid to spawn. And Neptune is actually holding a very big anchor right now to let them know that they have not. The play on A could be pinched. They are going to have a little bit of lag time on Poise getting back, but the execution comes in. It's going to be 4 strong for BBG in A.
Oh, the flash. I think we were able to tuck in just on time for Superman, so you might not think there's somebody playing towards A main soon, which is already playing out in the open. But as that Nebula peeks out, Will definitely saw Superman and got that kill. But little did they know, there's a second player, and it's Derek slowly creeping in as the rest are trying to make some noise. It works out for 1 kill. A recon dart inside the site. We have 1 playing towards Hell, and we're also pushing out on the post plant for BBG, and it pays off. 1 more to go. Boys.
Fire making it all the way to the opens. So it's been great so far to bring us to a 3rd map and everything they've needed to do.
Huge 0 point. Spotted a little bit of players here towards outside B main, but we're not acting on that here for Rise. We're still stacking up towards the A site. Only 1 player playing towards the B side main. And here in that Owl drone, well, you're falling back now. The Owl drone spots 2 of you. Might be confirmed that BBG might go for a mid to B split.
You don't say. The love of their Ascent. Ooh. Gives you even more coverage over B. You could have a pizza party before you went to B with a Cosmic Divide like that. But it looks like they won't. They go away from mid, and this time they're going to do a full impact, all 5. Trying to scale into sight right out of B main.
BBG on a dive instead. Wants to use the exercise with that dash to open up the B site. And bang, does get the first blood. Just around the staircase, Poise trying to play that fight. It's punished over by Will. Back a site this time now. It's going to be Derek. And it's just not going to work out at all. Unfortunately, as we have rotated a couple of players back towards the spawn side, we're just looking for the exits now on this 5-on-2.
Just methodical. Those become really hard to capitalize on more than 1 kill, especially when you're in the back. You don't know if you're getting peeked from left or right. So many scenarios kind of flying through your head, and 2 guys jiggle peek you at the same time. You end up aiming in between them or something, you know. That was really nice. They knew Rise was on that save. I said that it has to be a forceful round if Rise is on a save at some point, right? You have to show them you're not afraid of what they can do. That rabid Rise
is now under the NV banner. Turret to look out towards the defender side. We're trying to scramble something for Rise, like we mentioned before. Thankfully for Derek, we have a Hunter's Fury to cancel out against the lockdown, if needed be.
You don't say. Get a ping on that. Or maybe they let it go.
I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, why not? You're not going to lose anybody in sight, so I pressure the ultimate out. 1 take on, and they're going to find out that this is a big ruse real quick.
The thing is, though, Dior is about to go for the flank through the smoke. They never saw that coming, and it's actually 2 players flanking around. They probably won't expect poach, as the spike is going to be planted on the A site.
Flank.
I've got your
Shanks
trail.
also
gotta go
coming
quick.
back on the B main side. And there's Shanks to get that kill. Beautiful there to save Superman on top of that. So Seekers are coming out, and they're just stuck at the door. The door is closed, and the Seekers are all there, as you can see on that radar. And the rotates coming out here for Rise. And as we mentioned before, they have Cosmic Divide this time on top of the Hunter's Urine. There it is. Bang, though, on top of Heaven. 1 kill, 1 drop. Will playing towards Hell. Crossfire now set up through the Jenny. Through the smoke comes Poise.
You gotta love it.
What a story arc for Boy.
Revealing area.
Okay.
Recon. Ooh, quickly
not
to
sure
show
what
that
that
was. Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, I heard a Guardian, but do they expect 4 Guardians? Van Silly. Do you expect the power of the Guardian across all 4 members?
Oh, I do.
No, they might. No,
Right now,
no, they might.
it breaks 1, but you still have Shanks with the Blade Storm nose trying to get things done on the updraft, and does not connect. Almost, what, 1 dagger left? 2 daggers left? He's going to have to be on point for the last. Just to try to refresh those blades. Mid control coming in right now for Built by Gamers, and it's a spray through the smoke, and another entry for Will. Like I said, this man, when it's hot, I'm going to be scared here for Rise if we have to move into a 3rd map, as we have a double swing from Rise outside on Catwalk. The fragment, it's not good enough. Boys here with the Guardian, though. He connects with 2. Derek with
okay.
his own. It's a 2 versus 2. They look back towards the market. They spot Pure. And Poise gets a hat trick then towards that back of mid side. 1v1.
30 seconds left.
Boys moving.
13-7, 13-8, Vans.
Big shout out there to our observers, as it's difficult to catch all of the action when it's left and right.
Yeah.
So thank God we have a replay operator on top of that too.
There has been some wild plays to catch this time.
Is trying to go so fast here, and that's a nice null command, but at least Will still has a weapon to work with just around the corner. It's gonna be his alter ego. Another jet just around the corner into Shank's punish here by Bang, and it's not looking good for Rise now. They only get 1 kill so far. They've lost 2. As Will is looking to clear towards the back of mid. But here comes the Owl Drone. That was so nice. The Owl Drone to ping it out and going for that spray. The big trade outs. As we only have 2 more to go inside that site. Are we committing towards B? It's going to be Derek. It's with Derek with an Odin. It's Derek with an Odin for 2.
It sucked him. He got sucked down the stairs. He might have actually died to that.
There's only 1.
He got yanked right down the stairs, which gave him a shot onto Derek. Now it's Superman and Will 1v1.
Will does get the headshot, and that's it. It's going to be